Welcome back to Echoes of Centuries, the channel where we journey through time to explore the fascinating stories and events that have shaped our world. In today's exploration, let's imagine the life of an ordinary Christian during the 1st and 2nd centuries. We'll step into the bustling streets of Corinth, a vibrant capital of the Achaia province within the Roman Empire. Here, Irene Valerius, a Christian paterfamilias managing a mid-sized jewelry business, navigates the challenges and adventures of daily life. Join us as we uncover the intricacies of the early Christian experience, discovering the dreams and aspirations that impacted this period and changed Western history forever. Irene Valerius's journey into Christianity likely began with a simple invitation from a friend to attend a Christian gathering. As a successful paterfamilias managing a mid-sized jewelry business, Irene might have found herself seeking something more profound in the spiritual realm, especially if she faced challenges or uncertainties in other aspects of her life. The appeal of a faith that transcended societal boundaries might have resonated with individuals like her, successful in one sphere but grappling with the complexities of the broader world. Witnessing the genuine care and support among Christians, particularly in times of need, could have been a powerful catalyst for conversion. This, coupled with the profound symbolism of baptism, a ritual immersing her in water to cleanse her of the spiritual ills of the polytheistic world, marked the transformative moment when Irene embraced the teachings of Christianity. Given her role as paterfamilias, Irene wielded significant influence over the religious practices of her extended family, slaves, and employees. Her new religion, either by faith or familial pressure, would be adopted by most who lived at her estate. In the mosaic of early Christian life, individuals like Irene Valerius embraced distinct customs marked by communal devotion and spiritual practices. The movement attracted individuals from all social classes, including the less fortunate. This inclusivity faced bitter criticism from anti-Christians like Celsus. Scholars now recognize the vital role played by artisans, merchants, and tradespeople like Irene in the early church. Daily life for early Christians revolved around prayer, observed 7 times a day facing east, creating a rhythm of spiritual connection. Meetings convened in homes, generously hosted by wealthier members, fostering a sense of community. Christians greeted each other with a cheek kiss, embodying familial bonds and unity. The community engaged in collective discussions of stories and teachings, fostering a robust oral tradition. However, beneath this exterior of unity, class differences occasionally emerged, as seen in instances like the ones cited in 1 Corinthians chapter 11, verses 17 to 34. During the Eucharist or Lord's Supper, a wealthy host's provision of different foods based on social class caused discontent among lower-income attendees, a practice the Apostle Paul condemned. Another example of class divisions is found in Paul's letter to Philemon, where he urges kindness towards his runaway slave, Onesimus, to treat him not as a slave, but as a brother. Taking an active role, Christian women, often enthusiastic converts, found meaning in the early church. Some assumed roles similar to men, exercising charismatic functions like prayer and prophecy. They wore hair coverings at the insistence of priests, distinguishing them from other religions. Despite their fervent support, women's rights were later curtailed after Christians assumed power. For instance, practices like divorce, legal for Roman women like Irene, became restricted by 4th century Christian emperors such as Constantine and Theodosius. This intricate interplay of gender roles, faith, and internal discord shaped the evolving nature of early Christian life, with Irene navigating this complex social landscape. There can be no discussion about early Christianity that does not mention the Apostle Paul. Originally called a Jewish Pharisee of Pharisees, Paul vigorously persecuted Christians until a dramatic conversion experience changed the course of his life around the year 36 CE. As a Roman citizen, this status played a crucial role in his ministry, providing him with legal advantages in disputes against non-citizens, such as the Jews who accused him of defiling their religion. Paul insisted on preaching not only to Jews, but also to all other peoples, advocating that non-Jews did not need to adhere to Jewish traditions to embrace Christianity. A tent maker by trade, Paul's occupation may have played a role in his ability to relate to artisans and tradespeople when proselytizing in new cities. His extensive travels, multiple visits to cities in Greece and Asia Minor, and the letters he wrote, dating from the 50s CE, solidified his legacy as a key architect of early Christian theology. Paul's letters are the oldest scriptures in the New Testament. Tradition holds that Paul was executed in Rome by Emperor Nero's order before the year 68. His pivotal role in spreading the teachings of Jesus and shaping the early Christian communities is undeniable. By the year 100 CE, the Christian faith had expanded significantly to an estimated 7,000 followers in 40 communities, a testament to the enduring impact of Paul's transformative ministry. At this time, the Roman Empire's population was 60 million. Roman persecution of Christians during the early centuries is a complex and debated topic among scholars. Some historical evidence of persecution is illustrated by Nero's persecution, confirmed by the pagan Roman historian Tacitus. Nero's persecution of Christians gained momentum as they were scapegoated for the Great Fire of Rome, a catastrophic event in AD 64. The fire's actual cause remains uncertain, but Nero, suspected of starting it himself, shifted the blame onto the Christians. This accusation intensified the persecution faced by the Christian community during this tumultuous period. Romans, in general, viewed Christians unfavorably due to their refusal to partake in public ceremonies that expressed loyalty to the gods and the emperor, a crucial aspect of Roman statehood intertwined with polytheistic religion. Romans found Judaism peculiar, but it was tolerated at least outside of Judea due to its status as the continuation of an ancient tradition. In contrast, Christianity's rejection of both Roman gods and ancestral Jewish customs heightened suspicions. Until 97, Christians were obliged by Rome to pay the same taxes required of Jews. However, the legal distinction between Christianity and Judaism emerged at this point. The cessation of required taxation left Christians without specific legal protections in the empire. Consequently, Roman officials began to perceive the mere practice of Christianity as superstitio, or illegal magic, and also a crime against the state. Consequently, Irene and her fellow Christians likely began to worship in secret. Despite this, there was no empire-wide law against Christians. Local persecution varied depending on the attitudes of governors who were far away from Rome, often seeking to maintain local contentment and keep their positions. Pliny the Younger, governor of Pontus, modern northern Turkey, asked Emperor Trajan for advice. Pliny received guidance to execute confessed Christians, but to not actively seek them out. Accusations against Christians were usually made by private individuals attempting to gain from the accused's property. Certain provinces, like those in Roman Africa, showed more sympathy towards Christians. The dating of the books of the Bible remains a subject of uncertainty. The Gospels, documenting Jesus' life, were likely written around 40 to 50 years after his crucifixion, while other books in the New Testament may have been completed as late as 120. Originally penned in Greek, each copy had to be meticulously transcribed by hand due to the absence of a printing press. Ordinary Christians, including Irene, did not possess personal copies of the scriptures. Most heard of scriptures for the first time through readings or oral stories. Even early church leaders probably lacked a comprehensive list of the biblical canon. During this era, various Christian teachings deviated from the early Orthodox mainstream. Notably, Marcion of Sinople, a wealthy shipmaster in the Eastern Mediterranean, made a substantial donation of 200,000 sestertius, equivalent to 500 million United States dollars, to the Church of Rome around 140. However, Marcion sought to sever the connection between Jesus and the God of Abraham, opposing the use of Old Testament Jewish scriptures. In an attempt to reshape Christian doctrine, he created the first list of New Testament canon, considered an early version of the Bible. This move created a significant schism within the early church. Marcion and his followers were excommunicated, and his donation was returned. This incident prompted church leaders to contemplate creating an orthodox list of scriptures, a process that would span centuries. The Muratorian fragment, dated to 180, is among the oldest known New Testaments. Throughout these tumultuous times, ordinary Christians like Irene witnessed and likely participated in these disputes, steadfastly maintaining their faith despite internal strife and the looming threat of persecution. As we conclude our journey into the early centuries of Christianity, we reflect on the remarkable resilience and faith of individuals like Irene Valerius. Living in a time of great social and religious upheaval, Irene, as a Christian paterfamilias and businesswoman, navigated the complexities of her faith with unwavering devotion. The Christian community faced not only external threats, such as Roman persecution, but also internal challenges as diverse beliefs emerged. Despite these struggles, the evangelical and exclusive nature of Christianity contributed to its exponential growth. From an estimated 7,000 followers in the year 100, the faith expanded to 140,000 by 200 and reached a remarkable 3.5 million by 300. Irene's experience, along with countless others, exemplifies the endurance of faith in the face of adversity. Through conflicts over doctrines, debates on scripture, and the ever-present threat of persecution, early Christians like Irene played a crucial role in shaping the foundations of a religion that would leave an indelible mark on Western and later all of human history. As we bid farewell to this chapter, we invite you to join us in future explorations on Echoes of Centuries, where we unravel the tales that echo through time, connecting us to the past. Thank you for joining us on this fascinating journey.